This was a free file a few days ago. As you can see, there are multiple parts to this. Let me go back to my library. And can you see this? It's a little bowl.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Go back to design. This one's nice. It tells you what to do. Let's see. We're going to get into it. Tells you to cut 4 of these. Tells you to cut 2 of those. If I go back to the design store, let's see, there you are. It has instructions. It takes you to a place where you can follow along and see how it gets put together. Now, you can also just wing it, and sometimes, honestly, you'll have to, because there won't be any instructions. But it's worthwhile going to the design store. Let's see. Let's get in here. And seeing if there's anything in here that leads you to instructions. If it's by some, this is a designer's business, Snapdragon Snippets, you can go to their website. A lot of times they'll have something on there. So, but there will be some things that you open up that won't have any instructions. Here's one for example. This is a shadow box. There's nothing in here. It's by Silhouette. I already have that one, so let's open that one. So I have to screen share. Back Silhouette. But yeah, you can see this one's really nice. It's all labeled and everything. It's in a group, so you ungroup it. And then you can move out. Well, when you click on it, then you can move things around. And these obviously are just extra things you don't need. And you can set it up if you remember, like we have to cut 4 of those. So we go over here to the right to the replicate panel, and I can say I want 4 of those. Then obviously then I need to place them on the mat correctly, but they're all the same size. This is another point where I want to say, if you want to change the size of something, undo all this. Just keep on doing till it all goes back together. Okay, so it is in one group. You need to resize it as a group. I'm going to go down to my corner and I'm going to make it. I want to make a teeny tiny basket. What you don't want to do is separate all these pieces out and then try to resize them individually so they all fit together. Just if you find yourself starting to do that, just back out and resize them together. It's just, and I tell you this because yes, I resized things and thought, oh, I can make this fit with that. It's just like, forget it. So let's go back. I'm really quick. I'm going to do that and see everything. I'm having to, let's see, here we are. There are no instructions with this. It is also grouped. Yeah, it opened it. Which it sometimes does. This is a very strange thing that Silhouette Studio will sometimes do. It will open a file right into another file. One thing you can do is if you right click on any of these, it can say open Santa sleigh box or merge Santa sleigh box. Obviously what it did before is merged it, but if I click on open, it'll open it in a separate file. When I go to ungroup those, you start seeing all the different pieces. And it can get kind of confusing, but the good thing about this is that all the things that are the same color can be cut out of the same color, because this is going to be an overlay for this. and so forth. I'm going to just start undoing things, and you'll see it kind of go back together. That's the final piece. That is some fine cutting on that. Take that slow. Oh, and there's a piece that goes over the top. These dotted lines in here will cut like that. That's a score mark, so that you know that this is where it needs folded. And it will cut, like I said, that will cut those little marks out, or little lines in, I guess. I'm going to say that. I'm going to, yeah. And then after you get Santa cut out, he goes there. This goes over the top, and that's the back of it. And then this is a box that's going to fold over the back where you'll attach it. And sometimes you just got to wing it. So, but if you ever have any questions, if you get a file like this and go, how in the heck do I put this thing together? Let me know. The other thing is I'm going to start working with these files, these free files and other stuff I find every week. So I'm looking forward to being able to share that with you guys. I'm going to go back to design bundles. They have some really nice files. Let's go back over to the internet. So when you go here, they have all sorts of things. They have these, just anything. There's hundreds of thousands of things on here. One of the way I kind of got introduced to design bundles is that they have a $1 deal day. It lasts for about an hour. Let's see. They don't have one scheduled yet, but you can get these products for $1 a piece. And if you pay with store credit, they're 90 cents a piece. And it's a great way to get some really fun things to play around with that for very little. On the other hand, they always have free designs also. And when you see this for sublimation, that's a type of permanent printing. They're images. So if you scroll down, you see what's in this thing. Let's see. It's not telling me. Let's go back. Here's fun. This is an SVG, and here are the different formats it comes in. SVG, DXF, which I'm not familiar with. That's something you can use in Inkscape? It's DXF file type?
Yeah, the DXF seems to open fine. And then the PNG.
No, the PNG, if it's got a transparent background, that's what you're going to want to use. If you have version 4.4 or above, it will auto trace it. That means when you open it up, let's go get a file.
So Tom is saying that DXF is a 2D mechanical drawing file. Thank you, Tom.
Oh, well, thank you. I learned something today.
Oh, he says it's a vector, not a pixel.
Okay.
That's what you want.
Let's take this and put this. Sorry, I got a new computer here now. Just put some pictures. Move this PNG file over to save pictures. Now let's go into Silhouette Studio. Close that. And now I'm going to open that PNG so I'm going to go to File, Open. It's under Pictures, and Saved Pictures. Aha! So, this is a PNG with a transparent background. How do I know this? Because it already has the cut lines on this. Let's see. Oh. See that red? If I go to Send, they're already there. So that's why that's how and this is in the basic edition, so it still works. So PNGs with transparent backgrounds when you look at your version, about Silhouette Studio under Help, this tells me I have 4.4.455. So if you have 4.4 above, it will open PNG. which is
I think
really
you had said you didn't set it to do automatic updates. You like to do them yourself, right?
That's correct. Yes. And I had a problem with that before, but for some reason now, it's working. If I go to my, when I, it appears. Okay, so
that a PNG has a transparent background automatically, or we have to specifically look for a PNG with a transparent background.
Most of them do. Let's one, yeah.
Say that we can only cut stuff with a transparent background.
No, if it doesn't have a transparent background, you can bring it in and trace it.
Got it.
And that'll be fine. But it'll auto trace if it has a transparent background.
Got it.
So, Creative Fabrica, same thing, kind of files, different things. They have lots of free files. This is all on your outline. I'm just going to kind of skip that because it works the same way as design bundles. You'll find in both the case, in design bundles, when you, whether you get it for free or you purchase it at full price or you purchase it for $1, it comes with a limited commercial use license. It's all on their website. You need to read over that if it's something that you want to make and sell. Again, you can't sell the file, but you can make things and sell things you make with it within the parameters that they outline. Creative Fabrica, I believe you have to buy a one-time $19 license, if I understand correctly. Dreaming Tree, these are all SVGs. They're all paper crafts, 3D cards. Lots of really cool 3D designs. They have, and they have lots of instruction and things like that. I made a note down here. I just honestly found out about this feature of it. I have not tried the Silhouette Go, which is the mobile app. It's in beta right now, which means it's in testing. They used to have an app, but the problem is Silhouette Studio is a very robust software and didn't translate well to an app. There's some major differences with this one and the things you can and cannot do with it. And I'm going to do some research on it and we'll have a class on that later. In the meantime, if you feel like you want to go try it, the one thing you can do, and if you have to have a machine in order to cut with it, is you can open SVGs in the app.